So today, we're going to be using one of your guys' decks, a Majestic Challenge, and see how well can I do. This time we're going to be using the Avenger, Archon, Robot, and the Jawsome. The only reason I'm using this deck is, of course, other than the person recommended me this, they want me to try out the Avenger and the Archon together. For those who don't know, the Avenger is bugged, paired up with the Archon. If other heroes die, not the Archon and the Avenger, for whatever reason, gets an additional buff to his ability, which he does incredible damage. Let's see how well can we do using this deck, and let's see if we can show off his bugged ability. My name is Mike, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Alrighty, shout out to the person down here for recommending me to try out the Avenger bug. Let's see if we can actually do it. The whole point is to let my other heroes die, so that way I can show off the Avenger bug. Now, I did pick some heroes that are pretty tanky, so it's going to be pretty difficult to show off the bug. But of course, I want to win, obviously. I want to win, so that's why I decided to pick pretty strong heroes like the Robot and the Jawsome. I could have picked the Werewolf, but I think the Robot, in my opinion, is a much better choice. Or, the Jawsome, I also believe he is a strong hero instead of the Werewolf. Even the Werewolf is strong, don't get me wrong, but I think having the Jawsome and the Robot is a much better choice. Alright, so let's see if we can win against this match. He has a passive deck to deal damage every single turn, plus the Jawsome to deal damage whenever my heroes are together. That Robot is going to be dropping a bunch of bombs, so that's going to be pretty good for me. Let's see if we can take advantage of this, though. We might have to go after the Druid here. Let's go after the Druid. And the Jawsome will get pushed towards the bombs. That will take him out. 3 bombs to deal basically over 200 damage right there. That is fantastic. Druid does go next, though. The Druid did survive, so we're going to take another Farmer and the Druid's ability damage right there. Of course, not the greatest, but it's better than nothing, of course. The Druid will die no matter what happens. Can we push the Farmer towards the bomb and the Archon there? We don't push it towards the Archon, but we actually double hit it with the Avenger. And the Farmer got hit with the explosion. That was pretty good. Now, the Ice Queen staying alive is definitely not going to be good for me. But I mean, look at this. We're going to take we're going to deal a bunch of damage over there. Hit the Ice Queen here. Give the Jawsome a defensive buff right there, so that way whenever he uses the Ice Queen's ability, at least the Jawsome can tank a little bit. My Avenger died, so obviously I cannot showcase his bugged ability. But we're still going to try to win here. In the 3v1 situation here, we should be able to win. Especially with the Jawsome being able to tank the Ice Queen's ability. That's awesome. We're going to do that. We only hit her once. I was trying to hopefully hit her twice, but we missed. So that's fine. He is going for the Jawsome. Okay, so the Archon died, but honestly, that's fine. Oh, the Robot died as well. So we would need to actually lower her damage. If we can lower her damage, then we can definitely win. We don't lower her damage, but we thankfully triple hit her for the win. If I did not triple hit her, I think she was going to figure out a way to take me out. So thankfully, even though we failed to enchant her, we actually got the triple hit for the win. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So far so good, obviously. We won the first match. Let's see if we can win here. He starts off with the Vampire. He's definitely going to buff up the Vampire with the Enchantress's ability. So he is going to be dealing more damage, potentially even also buffing up the Cultist, which he does. So kind of like in the pickle already. It's also not like we can enchant his heroes, so that's going to be a problem. Let's see if we can double hit the Vampire here. We kind of do. We did double hit the Vampire, but sadly nobody was near enough to the Jawsome or the bomb from the Robot, so not much happened there. He might just buff up the Jaguar, so that way, he has the whole setup, to buff up the heroes and then just go crazy. But he is going for damage right there onto the Avenger. The Robot gets hit as well. Okay, so let's hit the Cultist, potentially push it towards the Jawsome here. Which we do. There it is. The Enchantress gets hit, and then of course the Vampire is going to get hit with the Bomb Blast. Not a terrible play. I don't think we're going to win unless the bug activates and I can destroy this person. Hopefully. Sorry about the notification. Let's do. Really, not much I can do here. Taking out the Enchantress is kind of unnecessary at this point. Just hit the robot towards the Jaguar. We do hit the Vampire. I actually got kind of lucky hitting the Vampire right there. Alright, Jaguar goes next. He might take out the robot. The robot, the Jaguar's ability will work on the robot, but he might mistakenly hit him twice to get some more bombs. Let's see. Yep, there it is, a double hit. So there's gonna be a double bomb blast. That should activate the Avenger's ability. 165. There it is. It actually buffed up 78 instead of 39. So that's why it is still bugged. So let's see if we can now win with this bugged, hero right here. Not much I can do here, honestly. Probably just hit the vampire like this, and yep, the vampire does get taken out. That's something at least. But I'm not sure if, for example, if the Jawsome dies, will the Avenger get the bug again? Not certain, but we'll see. He is going to buff up the Jaguar right now. That will hit the Jawsome, so the Jawsome does in fact die. The Avenger is doing 243 damage. What is happening? I apologize to this person. That should not happen at all. Take out the Enchantress here, and this person has to be confused. Like, why is the Avenger doing over 200 damage? 243 damage. This bug is still in the game. If you guys want to use it, go ahead. I just can't believe this is actually working. Props to the person who showed me this bug, and it's just very powerful, obviously. Let's see if we can just double hit right here, and there we go, we got it for the win. If the Archon would have died, would the Avenger got another buff? Because if that was the case, he would have gone to... how much damage? Whew. That's a lot of damage regardless, 243? That is absurd. Let's continue on. Third match here. As you saw, guys, the Avenger bug is crazy. And imagine if, for example, he had the buffs from the Warlord and the Enchantress. Ooh! Probably a hyper boost video to showcase maybe someday. That is crazy, Decent damage from the Sentinel, not much though. Let's hit the Jawsome, Yeti, and the Giant, hopefully. And there we go. And the Jawsome will be near enough to his heroes to deal decent damage to the Yeti and the Giant, not too bad. The Yeti could get some damage off. He's actually going for the Sentinel play. Okay, that's fine. If the Giant reaches the Jawsome, will the Jawsome reach the Giant with his ability? Something to think about. If that's the case, he should, since for whatever reason the Jawsome got a radius bug, which it was not mentioned, but let's see. He does reach, so his range is the exact same as the Giant's, which it should not be the case. He's going for the Sentinel. Okay. We took a beating, obviously. We took a huge beating. Not sure if we can come back from this, ladies and gentlemen, but we can only try, Okay, so everyone got hit right there. At least everyone took some damage, but we might not come back from this. We'll see, though. Alright, so he is going to take out the Avenger, even though he is one hit away from death. That's fine. The robot is placing some bombs for me to take advantage of. Look at this. The Sentinel and the Jawsome are in trouble here, but not sure if we can push the other heroes towards the bomb so that way they can take some damage. Let's see if we can hit it like this. There it is. They're also going to take some damage right there. The Yeti, at least. The Yeti only took one bomb blast, but everyone took some damage, which of course is perfect for me. Everyone taking damage is just perfect. He's going to hit the robot, which of course that will activate the robot's ability, placing some bombs on the board. I'm not sure if that's near enough to the Yeti to take damage, but we'll just take out the Jawsome here, or at least get him weak. We actually took out the Jawsome. Sadly, the bomb was not near enough to the Giant. That would have been a perfect play. But with the Giant only having 17 health, he would need to figure out a way to deal over 230 damage worth towards the Archon, which I'll expect him to do so. And yep, there it is. We are going to win this match, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. What a game. We did not showcase the Avenger bug, but we still managed to beat this person. He had a very tanky deck as well, and we managed to get the victory right there. Like I said, the robot is a very strong hero. The Jawsome, even though the nerf, he got the nerf, he is still pretty strong. So maybe that's why I'm using strong heroes. You never know. Let's continue on. All right, guys, 3 wins in a row. Can this be the 4th one? We'll find out. starting off with the robot, I think it's just best to just push the Jossum upwards, so that way he can stay up there and deal constant damage to the heroes that are nearby. So I think that is the play. He is going to poison me. He might either go for damage though, or poison the Jossum right off the bat. He is going to push the Goblin to deal damage. He does poison the Jossum, well played. The Goblin thankfully doesn't do damage, that's great. I guess we should hit the Goblin there. There really isn't much I can do, so hitting the Goblin was actually perfect. We took out the Goblin in that turn. That was a crazy play, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so the Goblin is dead. The zombie goes next. This is where he's going to poison the Archon or Avenger. He's going for the Avenger. Will he hit the robot? Yes, he does. Alright, so let's hit the Drakeling twice, hopefully, and hopefully we can actually make the Jossum go back to hit the Pirate. Yes, we do. Burning him as well, and he is going to take some more damage right there, and the zombie takes damage from the bomb. Everyone got hit. That's perfect for me. He is going for the Archon and the robot. Alright, so another bomb on the board. That's perfect for me. Let's hit the zombie twice. With the zombie twice, I guess. There we go. And the pirate will get taken out right there. The zombie got taken out as well. And the Drakeling took some damage as well. So everyone took damage. And we actually killed off 2 heroes. So it's a 4v1 situation here. Don't think he is going to win. Even though 3 of my heroes are poisoned, he is going to have a tough time in taking me out. Especially if he doesn't know about the Avenger bug. If he takes out some other heroes, never mind, the Avenger died. That's fine. So let's see if we can push the Drakeling towards the fire. There we go. And sadly, it's not near enough to the Jossum to be able to pull and actually get the victory right there. So we need to wait another turn. So he's going for the robot while shooting a fireball at the Jossum. Misses the robot. He actually missed the robot. That's actually good for me. So all we gotta do now is just hit him once and we'll win. All we gotta do now is just push the robot towards the Drakeling, and bada bing bada boom, that's going to be yet again another good victory. Alright guys, we're on a roll here. We shown off the Avenger bug once. But regardless, we got the bug off and we're actually doing pretty good. Let's continue on. Alright guys, 4 wins, 0 losses here. Another tanky deck. Thunderpaws with no Ragnar is pretty weird to see, but he does have a pretty tanky deck and actually has some heroes to deal passive damage every single turn, if he does this correctly. He starts off with the Sentinel with a double hit on the Archon and hitting the Avenger once. Jossum twice, okay, and the robot gets hit, so everyone got hit. But that's fine, I'm not too worried about him, dealing minuscule damage in the first turn. Let's double hit the Giant here, hopefully we'll hit the Sentinel. No, we actually hit the Thunderpaws, we'll take that instead. Alright, Thunderpaws goes next. So his charges can be devastating for me because the robot won't be able to use his ability if it keeps getting hit with abilities instead of direct damage, Archon is about to die. That's not good. We'll hit the Giant, the Thunderpaws here. Golem gets hit as well. Not too bad. And the Jossum actually pulled the Sentinel and the Thunderpaws right there. Pretty good. He is going to hit the robot. Oh, never mind. He's going for the Sentinel and the Thunderpaws play. Never mind. He's going for the Archon play. Will the Avenger's ability get activated if the Archon dies? The answer is yes. The Avenger does get the bug. Okie dokie. So that's fun to see, right? We'll hit Thunderpaws and the Giant here. And we are going to get some more damage using the the Jossum's ability right there. Let's go. So the Avenger does get the bug, even if the Archon dies. So in order to activate this ability, you need to have the Avenger plus the Archon. Those two is all you need to activate the bug. That's all you need. And everything else is just going to work out in your favor, So we might be able to get a triple kill here, but the Sentinel will survive. Let's do that. Yep, the Sentinel is going to survive right there. The Giant survives. So the Avenger is going to die, meaning that we won't be able to have his bug to reach over 200 damage. He is going for the robot. That's actually smart because, as you saw, I won't be able to use the robot's ability, and he actually took out the Avenger for just leaving the Giant there. Can we hit the Sentinel as well, please? Yes, we do. So we're going to pull the Sentinel. There we go. So a little bit of damage right there. Let's see if we can win against a 1v1 Sentinel versus Jossum here. He can only hit me maybe twice here. So that's going to be like 80 damage. Let's see. And yes, 84 damage right there. Can we also deal damage to him? Hopefully a double hit. The answer to that is yes, we do. And he cannot hit me multiple times. That's good. Well, he can potentially hit me twice, but that's it. He only hits me once. Once! I got lucky. He only hit me once. But still, he needs a quadruple hit to take me out, which, if I'm not careful, I can give him a line of sight for that to happen. And that is not the case. That is not the case. 3 hits max. 1, 2. And I think the goop, if he was near the goop, the Jocelyn would have survived with 2 health. So let's go, ladies and gentlemen, a very close match. But we got the victory right there. Let's freaking go. We're doing amazing so far, guys. We got 5 wins in a row. We showed off another Avenger bug right there. It wasn't as crazy as the first one with 243 damage, but regardless, we're doing amazing. Let's continue on. All right, guys. So far, so good. Let's see if we can win here against. This is going to be a very, very difficult deck to face. But let's see if we can make this work. Right off the bat, we might have to just hit the werewolf. We're gonna have to, right? And let's see if we can make the Jocelyn just land nearby the zombie and the blood bite. Not really. Alright, so sadly the werewolf, she does go next, so she is going to be dealing good damage right there. I'm pretty sure he should hit the robot, but he does not hit the robot. Interesting. Alright, Archon goes next. I mean, at this point you should go after the werewolf because there really isn't much I can do. Werewolf takes a beating, plus she gets poisoned, plus everyone gets hit by the Jocelyn's ability. What an insane play. Let's go. Bloodbite goes next. He is going to mark the Jocelyn right there. The Avenger takes a beating, though. Unfortunate beating. Make the Jocelyn go towards the Striker and the Zombie, please. There we go. Just get that damage off. Sadly, of course, the Werewolf is alive, but she will die next turn no matter what. He is going to be dealing lots of damage to the Robot. Like a lot of damage. Robot is still alive. Okay. Barely. So we shall... There's lots of bombs, but not much to do with them, Can we push the Archon to deal damage to the Bloodbite and the Striker, please? The answer to that is no. The bomb thankfully does damage to the Bloodbite, though. Plus we hit the zombie a little bit. But not much I could have done there. Alright, he is going to poison the Jocelyn right now. Hits the Archon. The robot gets hit. Just take out the freaking Striker and the Bloodbite right there. There we go. The Striker survives with 3 health. I don't think he's going to make a comeback, but the Striker, you know how powerful he can be. But I don't think he is going to win. Takes out the Jocelyn. And, alright, so... Avenger with 165 damage, but regardless, just hit the zombie and then either the Jocelyn or the bomb will take out the Striker. There it is. Both of them takes him out. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Another fantastic game. 6 wins in a row. We're doing incredible, guys. Let's freaking go. Let's continue on. Alright, guys. 6 wins, halfway there through the challenge, Banshee Yeti combo. Let's see if we can win here. Also, Cultist and Goblin works very well with the Banshee. Right off the bat, just keep the Jocelyn up there so that way he can deal constant damage to the heroes that are nearby. So let's do that. Even though that wasn't a lot of damage, just keeping the Jocelyn up there is going to be pretty tricky for him because he's going to have to worry about heroes that are near the Jocelyn, So, he is going for the Avenger here, potentially hitting the robot. The Archon gets hit, but that's going to be a lot of damage to the Archon. That is unfortunate. That's fine, though. Hit the Banshee and the Goblin here. The Yeti should get pushed towards the robot. No, we don't. We are going to... Oh, it did. I didn't expect to actually hit, but it actually did. So everyone got hit. Very happy about that. Goblin goes next. What is he going to do? Wall bounce? Hit the robots. Hit the Archon towards the Cultist. There's so many options that he can do to deal devastating damage to me. But he decides to hit the robot and the Archon. Thankfully, not the Archon, the Avenger. The Archon did not get hit other than the Steam, or not the Steam, the Goop. So I got pretty lucky there. Hit the Banshee since everyone else will get hit. Just hit the Banshee right there. And Jocelyn the Yeti will get pulled towards the bomb as well. Let's go, dude. If the robot gets hit multiple times here, we could potentially get a monster kill. It all depends on if he hits a robot or not, which he might not. We'll see. The robot gets hit only once. That's not going to help me out. The Archon dies, so the Avenger has the bug right now. So, perfect. Just take out the Banshee and then hit the Yeti right there. And... oh, wow. Surprisingly, the Yeti did not touch the goop. I'm pretty sure he was in range, but obviously in the game doesn't think so. So it just looks at a very weird angle. I thought the Yeti was actually touching the goop. That's fine though. So he just took out the Archon and the robot. Well played. But all we gotta do is hit the Yeti once, and the bomb will take out the Goblin. So another fantastic game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's freaking go. We're doing incredibly well. We got 7 wins in a row. We just need 5 more to get to the max reward. Let's freaking go. Can we do it? We'll find out. Let's continue on. Alright guys, 7 wins. This deck is by far working out super well for me. We're facing a passive deck. Alright, so going to be a tough one. If only I had the blacksmith, it would have been perfect. But of course, I don't have him right now, so we're going to have to rely on this deck, obviously. So he's going to enchant the Avenger. That's unfortunate. We're going to... this is unfortunate because he can always just go for the trap and take me out. We'll just hit the Ice Queen here. And his heroes will get pulled. Oh, only the farmer got pulled. I thought the sorceress was going to get pulled as well. So he's going for the trap right off the bat. He might actually enchant my other heroes as well. Not enchanting, but of course he still did massive damage to everyone, which is unfortunate. So obviously not doing the greatest. Activate the trap and then hit the sorceress, maybe in the farmer as well. There we go. There we go. Okay, decent damage to 3 heroes right there. Plus we got the trap. That's great. He might go for the trap as well, so that way I don't get in the next turn. But he's actually going for damage. Never mind, he's going for the trap. He is going for the trap, ladies and gentlemen. He does not want me to get the trap. It makes sense, obviously. The Avenger is dead, so sadly I cannot use his ability right here, and it seems like we might not win here. No matter what I do, I don't think we're going to win. We can hit all 4 of them, but regardless, I don't think we're still going to win here. Druid will get some damage right there, and I think we actually pushed the Archon just enough so that way he doesn't get hit with the trap, which is cool. But regardless, I don't think we're going to be able to win here now. The robot will get... oh, no, he's going to hit the Archon. Interesting play. We shall hit the sorceress here. I really hope that we do have a good angle to hit the trap, because we might miss, considering the fact of how low weight the sorceress is. But I think this is the angle. Yes, we do. We got it off, and the druid is dead. We got the trap. Druid is dead. And nobody else is enchanted, it seems like. Nobody else is enchanted. He's going for the trap, which he gets some damage off. Well played. So the trap, okay. Okay. So the bomb will damage the farmer. Should I go for the trap? I don't know. Actually, the trap should not hit the Archon or the Jawsome down there, right? We just hit the farmer then. That was bad. That was bad. That was bad. I thought we were going to at least double hit her. That was a big mistake. So I think only the robot will get hit with the trap here. But again, of course, the farmer is being annoying. So he's actually going for straight damage. I'm actually surprised at what he's doing here. And now the Archon is enchanted. Okay, so now this is where things are going to be bleak. I don't think we're winning here anymore. Activate the trap. We actually hit the Ice Queen. That was actually kind of lucky right there. So the Archon will die no matter what, but he is actually focusing on him, so that way the farmer focuses on the robot. Right? I would do that. He activates the trap? Well played. I got destroyed. Very well played. Unfortunate loss right there, but it's all good. Let's continue on. Alright guys, our first loss, but you guys can't complain about winning 7 in a row and then losing once. It was a pretty good run, or a pretty good win streak until that loss. Frog Mystic gets the buff, but thankfully he is like in a very awkward position. Plus Frog Mystic is definitely not a good hero anymore. I don't think so. So he just hits the Warlord, or sorry, the Robot and the Archon. That's fine, honestly. We might just focus on hitting the Warlord a little bit, and then this should hit the Catamancer. There we go. All right, there we go. Catamancer and the Warlord took some good damage right there. Canomancer gets the buff, but it's her, not the cats. The Canomancer gets the buff, not the cats. So he is going to triple hit my... Oh, he actually hits all 4 heroes right there. The robot did not drop a bomb. As you guys can see, it's only the abilities that does not activate the freaking robot. Even though the cat is technically a hero, according to the game, because you can get a monster kill with the cat, for whatever reason that did not activate the robot's ability because it is technically an ability. It's a weird, tricky, awkward situation right there. Not sure why. In my opinion, it should have activated, but I guess not, So, let's see here. The Warlord will get some bomb damage right there. We'll just hit the Canomancer, I guess. Frog Mystic gets hit as well. We actually pushed the Canomancer towards the bomb. That was good. Cat gets the buff. He cannot do anything about that unless he pushes a hero towards the cat. So he's going for the Archon. No, he's going for the... he's going for the Warlord. Never mind. He is going for the Archon. Okay. Archon? No, he's going... Oh, Jossum and the robot? Only the robot? So he places a bomb on the, Okay, that's fine. We can just take out his Warlord here. Not sure if we can actually hit the corner. So that way the Avenger does go up and potentially just hit somebody else, Let's see. Bada boom. Nope. That's fine. Alright, so Frog Mystic goes next. We don't need to worry about my opponent getting his buffs anymore. That's good. I think I will take out the Drakeling first since, Frog Mystic doesn't scare me. And even though he can heal up, it's less heals than it used to be, Frog Mystic used to be one of the best healers with 3 crickets, but they dropped it to 2. So the bugs doesn't get too lucky for, for whoever's using the Frog Mystic anymore. Lots of bomb damage. Or I should say lots of bombs. Avenger gets 243 damage. Avenger has 243 damage. That is absurd. Can we push the Avenger? We might miss. Can we push the Avenger, though, towards Drakeling? No, we thankfully hit the Frog Mystic. And we actually did damage to the Drakeling using the bomb. He should... If he's looking at the Avenger stats, he should take him out first. And he is going to try to do that. But I'm wondering, how much damage will the Avenger do if the Avenger is the last hero alive? That's something I would like to know. But let's see what he does. He's going for the Avenger. Lots of damage. Lots of damage. Alright, regardless, one hit or just doing this. Just doing that. It will take out the Drakeling here. We just got to play this perfectly. Let's see if we can make the Avenger do a wall bounce and then hit the Frog Mystic. I think I missed. Oh, we got it. We got it, but the Drakeling is actually alive. Oh, we're going to lose. Oh, wait, we took out the cat. So we can technically still win here. He just needs to... Will that hit the Avenger with the Fireball? I don't think the Fireball is going to hit. That second Fireball. Well played. Alright, unfortunate loss right there, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. That was a lucky play on his behalf. Well played. That is our second loss in a row. Please, I don't want to be cursed. Hopefully we can win the next couple of matches, hopefully. Let's continue. Alright, guys. Second loss here. Let's see if we can win. Alright, Warlord got the buff and he goes first. Pretty good. He is probably going to buff up the Warlord, maybe the Jossum as well. I think he is going to try to buff up the Jossum. He does. It's going to dealing damage to my Jossum, so very well played. Jossum being buffed is actually super dangerous. Let's see if we can just do that. Nice little hit, and the Enchantress gets some hits as well. Not too bad. Warlord gets the buff. He might actually focus on the robot, since the robot is kind of in between, my heroes. So that's going to be a decent amount of damage to the robot, but he should play some bombs. Lots of bombs. That's a lot of bombs. Can we enchant his... Jossum, please? And everyone take some bomb damage. Thank you, robot, for dealing that damage using the bombs. I do apologize if you hear my dog barking. He is going to take out the robot, but I will play some bombs again, so We'll take the bombs. We'll take the bombs. So now the Avenger has his ability buff, which is bugged, obviously. 165. Let's hit the Warlord here, and hopefully we can hit the Enchantress, which we do. Plus, the Warlord also dies because of the bomb. Plus, of course, the Avenger was bugged. All right. Werewolf still hasn't gotten her ability. It's because we only did damage using the bomb blast from the robot, so pretty good stuff. He is going to buff up the Werewolf, not the Jawsome. I was getting a little bit worried that he was going to buff up the Jawsome. Perfect. So, I guess we'll hit the Werewolf towards the Archon. There really isn't much I can do. And we're going to deal even more damage to the Jawsome. Let's go. So, he might take out the Archon. Will he? Yeah. Or maybe he'll survive. We'll see. I'm not certain. Let's see what he does. And we do survive. Jawsome gets hit, though, unfortunately. But Archon is still alive. We can definitely get a double hit here. That should take her out, right? No, she survives with 3 health. It's fine. As long as it doesn't take out the Avenger, because the Avenger is basically my trump card right now, we should be able to win here. So he's going for the Archon, potentially hitting the Jawsome. I don't think he's going to be able to hit... Oh, he does hit the Avenger. Well played, but nothing too crazy, you know? 243 damage. That is absurd, you know? Hit the... I mean, you can potentially hit both of these guys if it does correctly. We'll see. And, yep, we won. All right, good game. All right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We still have not seen what happens if the Avenger is the last hero alive. Will he actually get 300 damage? I mean, I'm going to have to test out and see, maybe someday. Let's continue on. All right, guys. 8 wins. We broke the curse, but can we win 4 times in a row? It is going to be tough, but let's see if we can do it. The Griffin, or sorry, not the Griffin. The Jawsome will deal damage. We'll just hit the... I guess we'll hit the Griffin and the Champion, potentially even hitting the Sentinel as well. Oh, we hit the Champion. Good damage to the Champion. Of course, not a lot of... obviously, it's a 30% damage reduction. He is going to play around with the Sentinel's ability. So, there he goes. Lots of damage to the Jawsome. That's a lot of damage to the Jawsome. That is unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen. Very well played. We shall hit the Griffin here. Right here. Push it towards the Avenger. Griffin takes some beating. Sentinel gets hit. The bombs will take out the... He doesn't even need to do that. I think the bombs will be in range to take out the Jawsome, but there it is. And will he hit the Avenger? No, he does not. He did not hit the Avenger. So we can take out this Griffin, especially with the bugged Avenger right here. So let's do that. Bada boom. Missing the robot. Maybe hitting the robot could have been a good play right there, but of course we failed. It's all good. All right, so Sentinel goes next. Probably just multi-hit the Archon here. He'll survive the attack. There it is. Low health, but we're still alive. Hit the Sentinel and the Champion. We gotta take advantage of the Avenger's attack buff right there. As you see, we just took out the Champion. I mean, I did report this to the team, but they have never got touch back to me, you know? So we're gonna have to... You might need to keep using this deck, you know? Because look, 243 damage. It's just absurd at how much damage the Avenger can do because it's bugged, you know? This person is probably confused. How did the Avenger do 200 damage? That person has to be confused, you know? So it's a 2v1 situation here. We just gotta worry about his robot while I have the robot of my own, plus a bugged hero. Perfect. Let's see. Avenger does go next, so we can just double hit him to take him out, unless the bomb blocks me. Let's see. The bomb does not block me. We did take him out. This person has to be very confused. So let's go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be yet again another good game right there. We got 9 wins, 3 more to go. Can we get there? Who knows? We're doing amazing. Let's continue on. All right, guys. 9 wins. Let's go. Sorceress is going to be a difficult hero to face. He starts off with the Sentinel, which is fantastic for me. I do not want him to start off with the Sorceress. That would have been so bad for me. So he's probably just going to hit the Robot and the Archon here. Not much he can do. I mean, that's decent damage, but nothing to worry about just yet. hitting the Jawsome upwards might be a bad play. I'm actually going to keep the robot up there. So that way, the robot is up there. If he wants to deal damage to him, go ahead. But the bombs are going to be up there on your side of the arena. So even though the Jawsome's not up there doing that, we got the robot instead. He is going to enchant the robot though. The robot will get enchanted. That is unfortunate. Lots of damage though. Lots of damage. All right. We'll hit the farmer. No, we cannot hit the farmer. We cannot hit the farmer. I mean, we could. It's just going to be a little bit risky, you know? Hit the sentinel, and then hopefully we can hit the sorceress with the robot. There we go. All right, sorceress goes next. Plus, of course, the Jawsome gets hit down there. Sadly, the robot is enchanted, meaning it's going to take less hits to take him out, meaning less bombs, sadly. But he is using the body, the Sentinel's body activated the bomb. I did not know that was a thing. That's weird. Why did that happen? That is so weird. Decent damage though to the farmer and the Jawsome right there. Sadly, the Sentinel does not get hit with the bomb blast, but it's all good. But the Sentinel's body activated the bomb. That's weird. Alright, so sadly, he just got a triple kill. Don't think we're winning here, ladies and gentlemen, but you never know. As long as he doesn't enchant the Archon here, I don't think we can take out the Sorceress quickly, but you never know, we can try. We don't. Plus, sadly, the Jawsome is near the Archon is near enough to the Jawsome, so the Jawsome will be able to use his ability, and he hits me 4 times. Okay, we're not winning here. This is going to be our third and final loss, ladies and gentlemen. After such a good run, this is going to be the downfall. Unless he somehow misses dealing damage to me right now. And nope, he got it. GG's, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be our third and final loss after winning 9 times, ladies and gentlemen, using a bugged, I should say, Avenger deck. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's claim this reward right here for my baby account. It's fantastic. Pirates is perfect. I do need him to at level 20, and we can definitely go even a little bit farther in the ladder. Golem, that's fine. Armadillo, cool. Spellwing, awesome. Thunder Idol, amazing. Cultist, why not? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of the run. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more Smashing 4 videos. Crazy run. 243 damage the Avenger is doing. If he was the final hero, will he have done over 300 damage? Someone record it and let me know down in the comments below. If you guys have any other recommendations that we see, just let me know down in the comments below. That's what I do for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks again for your continued support. I will see you next one. Take care.